All right. Hello and welcome to the JM&Phoebe podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Tinder. If you don't know what that is, most of you probably know what that is. It's the online dating app where, if I remember correctly, you swipe right to match and you swipe left to avoid someone.
Mm-hmm.
So, any thoughts on Tinder?
I think pretty much everyone has had some type of experience using Tinder, or their friends have used Tinder, and I would say like the vast majority.
My friend made me this account.
Yeah, the vast majority aren't very good experiences. At least in my opinion. I would assume that most people don't have success stories when it comes to Tinder.
So clarify though, are you basing it off your experiences or your experiences and the people you've talked to that have used it?
I'm basing that off of my personal experience using it, my friends using it, but then at the same time, like, all you ever hear, like, on social media and the news is, like, all these, like, terrible stories about what happened to people that met someone on Tinder, you know? Like, you never hear anything good about Tinder. Like, I could never recall not even one story from someone, even, like, just on social media from, like, a total stranger. I've never heard, like, oh, I met my significant other on Tinder and we love each other so much that blah 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 blah. Never heard
Someone's
that.
listening to this that met their spouse on Tinder.
I mean, I'm not hating. What I'm trying to say is I've never heard anything like that.
You know what? I remember when I was downloading Tinder a long time ago, I was looking through the reviews, and this couple did post a review that they met their spouse on Tinder, and I don't think it was fake because they actually had pictures, and it sounded like an interview someone actually wrote.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
I mean, good for them. I mean, I think that's like the 1% of the people that use Tinder. But I mean, sometimes it's just meant to be, I guess. I think you just happen to both be good people that meet each other with good intentions. But
yeah.
I would say the majority of people on Tinder aren't on there to have a relationship with someone.
Okay, the best thing about Tinder is obviously the profile stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you remember the stereotypes being on Tinder?
I would say as
Hey,
a
hold on.
girl.
Just to clarify,
Uh-huh.
what I mean by stereotype is like when you see someone and then they have profile picture and description, and sometimes you see people that have similar types of
Like
profile
it's just
pictures and descriptions.
the typical dude profile on Tinder that we see all the time.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I mean by stereotype.
Well, I would say there's always going to be some kind of mirror selfie where they're flexing and they have no shirt on. Like nothing.
Mm.
That's always on there, no matter what. There's always going to be at least one picture on there of them flexing in a mirror, trying to show off as much as possible. And I would say they have like any sort of pet, they're going to put it in there for sure. Like
Any sort of peck?
Pet, like a dog.
Oh, I
or a
thought you meant
cat.
peck, like a single
Oh.
peck.
Yeah, just one peck. They're flexing their one peck.
Just one peck.
Yeah. But no, like if they have a animal, there's gonna be a picture of them with their animal on there.
Dang, it's their wingman, bro.
Yeah, and then like sometimes it's like not even a good picture. Like it looks kind of forced, Like you pick
Like
up
their
your
dog eating
animal,
like some bacon off the floor.
or like they'll just have their animal like in their arms. I'm like, I mean, personally, I
They'll
would
just
rather
be
see.
groping their animal in
I'd
their
rather,
hand.
yeah, I'd rather see you like a picture of you like taking your dog on a walk rather
Well, it
than
just makes me think of like I'm just imagining some dude in a tank top, just holding his
yeah.
dog just with one arm, and then in the future he has kids and he leaves them in the car.
Yeah.
When he goes to the grocery store, forgets about them.
Yeah, for sure. And then sometimes it'll be like, I don't understand like why, but sometimes they'll have a picture of them with like other girls. That
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that. I'm like, why?
You know
Like
what?
what?
You know what I think they're trying to show
Mm.
is I think they're trying to show like, oh, look, I can pull other girls. I got pull game.
Oh, I see.
I'm a ladies' man.
Well, that makes sense. Like shows that they have experience with girls. Like they know what girls want, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And then also if they're in any type of like workforce, like when it comes to like the service, like military or like
I mean, the
firemen
military.
or like police officers, they're always
Yeah.
gonna have a picture of them in their uniform.
Man in a uniform.
Yes, I mean I'm not gonna lie, that can definitely like win someone. Because you're when you see someone in that kind of uniform, you're automatically gonna think, oh, they're a good person.
In high school we took this trip to Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the bus. We were passing this military academy, and one of my professors was like, "Look out, ladies! Man in the uniform is a great sign."
See, it's like this stereotype that's like pushed into your mind that I can trust them,
Yeah.
which isn't always the truth for sure. But yeah, I would say it's the shirtless pictures with their pets, not pecs. And if they're in a uniform, they have their uniform, but the one that you'll always see is like when they're with like other girls. There'll be like group pictures with another girls, but sometimes it'll be like a one-on-one picture with another girl, and I'm just like, what? But the way you explain it makes sense.
Okay. Well, the ones I've always seen, there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So the strangest one to me is the couple profile, where you'll stumble across a profile. It'll be a picture of a couple. It might be like a married couple or like a dating couple, or it might be someone's old or ex person.
Yes.
And it'll say like, "Oh, I'm taken. I'm just using the app to make friends or something."
Oh.
I don't know about you, but it all seems kind of suspect.
Yeah.
Because why are you trying to make friends on Tinder? You just make friends somewhere
in
else.
Real life.
Yeah. Like there's all kinds of like adult groups and stuff you can join.
Yeah.
So it's a little sus.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
Then there's the military guy, which we talked about, and there's a shirtless guy. A lot of times it'll be a shirtless profile pic for a dude, or it'll be a profile pic of him in the Marines or something.
Yes.
Or it'll be, like you said, pic with a dog.
Oh yes.
Now for the girls, a lot of times you're gonna see the picture, the girl's profile, and it's gonna be a picture of her like with her girlfriends.
Yes,
So
you won't know who's who.
It'll just say her name. So whatever name she puts on Tinder might not even be her real name. You won't know who's who.
Yeah.
You'll be like, well, dang.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
You always see that. It's like you don't know who's the actual girl.
Yeah, and what that shows me is that whoever's posting that isn't confident.
Yeah.
Their looks.
Yeah.
Or that they're gonna get swipes. So they use their friends. Then the other girl you have is a girl that has the description, if I swiped right, I only swiped because your dog.
Oh yes, like the little cringy think they're like hip
Just like, why are you on the
in
app
their
if
little
you're only
descriptions.
like, hold up, why are you on the app if you're only swiping for a dog?
Well, see, you gotta understand, like the girls put that in as their description just to sound like edgy.
Like,
If they're not serious,
yeah,
and that's annoying.
like they're trying to give the impression that they're entitled to you. If they swiped
Yeah.
on you, it's because you owe them stuff.
Oh yes.
If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Anyways. Then I've also found the profiles. It'll be like a girl, and so have some like funky outfit on, and the description will be like, I'm quirky. Like, I'm quirky about different stuff. I can't really think of examples. It's been a long time since I used Tinder.
Yeah, it
It's
has
probably
been a long time.
the
I guess
culture's probably changed a lot.
I'm sure it has. I mean, I'm sure if we got on it now,
Yeah,
it
because
would. You
like,
know what it would be? It would be people putting their little TikTok handle on
oh
their
yeah, that's
account.
true.
Like, check out my
Yeah,
TikTok.
because it used to be Spotify. They'd put their Spotify songs on.
Yes.
Be like, this is what I'm vibing to right now.
Yes. Oh my god.
And then
Why?
here's the last one. This one's one of my favorites. Is my friend made this account.
Oh yes.
And then sometimes it'll be someone just trying to kind of rep their Instagram or their Snap or whatever.
Or they'll talk about like what TV shows they watch.
Yeah.
I love my dog. I'm a dog person.
Now,
Or you know what girls will typically put that I just clicked in my head because it would be something I'd always see is like
yeah.
I'm not
What?
I'm not on here for casual sex, so if that's what you want, you need to swipe left. I'm like, okay. That's just proof that that's what the app is.
Dang. Well, a guy is still gonna swipe right.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if a dude that's just after sex, he's still gonna swipe right because he doesn't care about your feelings.
Oh yes, definitely.
He'll pretend he does until he gets what he wants.
Oh yeah. And I mean that kind of goes on to the next point that we were trying to make is like I would say the majority of people using Tinder are going to be people that
Sex.
casual hookups, casual hookups, no strings attached. And then
Yeah, I think.
there's the
Okay,
people
I
that like
think.
just make it a joke, like they make a fake profile and they're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, so it's like I said about the stereotypes. When it comes to the people actually behind those profiles, there's different types, just like the stereotypes. So one category you have are people that want attention.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, people that feel good that someone swiped on them. Like, yeah, that's pretty exciting. Like, oh, this person thinks I'm attractive.
It's like free compliments.
Exactly.
Like little
And
compliments.
then there's obviously the crowd that wants to hook up, like we were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also those people out there, these are more rare, people who are truly trying to find someone. Because it is hard to meet people in our kind of era of everything being on tech in terms of how we socialize.
Yeah.
But then there's also the catfishes and the trolls. So a troll is like someone just getting on there, mess around. And then there's the catfishes, which we all know what that is. When someone isn't who they say they are.
Mm-hmm.
Catfishing.
Like
I could get on Tinder. Okay, I could get on Tinder right now. Say I'm a female. Type some female name. Some typical name. Say I'm like 24. Post a bunch of pictures of some model I found on Pinterest or something. And I get so many swipes, dude.
Oh yeah. And I think that's the problem with stuff like that is that it doesn't require any sort of proof of
Yeah.
identification, like at all. So you literally just could make an abundance of profiles, and that happens where a dude will make like 5 different profiles. That way he keeps showing up on your timeline.
Jeez, that's so stalkerish.
I know. And then there's the dudes that you'll match with, and then they immediately go into your DMs like being super sexual. I'm like, dude, like, can you at least like introduce yourself to me? It's ridiculous. And then the awkward moments whenever like someone you know in like real life shows up on your timeline. That happened to me.
I have heard of that
much.
one. I have heard of that one.
Because it's based on your location, if you want it to be. And so, like when we were in high school, Tinder hadn't started yet. It was this thing called Hot or Not, and since everyone was in the same area as high schoolers, you're not going outside anywhere of your city, so you would just see like all these people you know, like their profiles would pop up, and it would just be so cringy because you would see like all these like pictures that like that's like not what they're like every day, because you're making this persona whenever you make your profile.
Well, that's what you're talking about. Really sounds like all social media, to be honest.
Pretty much.
Just kind of like, I mean, I've never been big into social media, but in high school I did have Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it could make me feel really insecure and not valued, because I get on Snapchat and I'd look at people's stories and it'd be like everybody would be going to doing something fun.
Yeah.
And so it was just like you're only picking the best parts of your day, the best parts of your life to show on social media. And if you're constantly viewing other people's lives, it kind of just creates a cycle of you're constantly comparing yourself to the people around you in whatever kind of culture you're in. And for me, it was that high school class.
Oh, yeah.
So it was, that's why I got off it,
Yeah. And I think that's why some people like to use stuff like Tinder, because you get that confidence boost without having to actually like meet anyone. But you don't even have to text them. Just knowing, oh, this is someone who thinks I look attractive, they swiped right on me. That's all you need. You know? It's similar to when someone likes your Instagram post.
Right.
Oh, I got this many today. I got even more for this one.
To your point about Tinder, sometimes it's fun to actually just chat with someone on Tinder.
Yeah.
Like someone that matched with you and you think they are who they say they are. It can be fun to talk.
Yeah, and also like some people just enjoy the flirting. Even if they never plan to meet that person, they like to flirt.
Right. I think on
like
Tinder,
it's like a rush. It's like a little exciting rush.
I think when you actually talk to someone on Tinder, you can kind of fill out. You can kind of fill out if they want something or not.
Yeah.
Because you can get a sense if someone's like only wanting you for your body or for this or that.
Mm-hmm. Or if they're actually like trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then there's also the people that like actually go out on dates with people.
Yeah.
They're not just hooking up, they're actually going on a date. Whether it ends up becoming a second or third date, or not.
I feel like Tinder is a great, obvious social media, but something like a specific social media, like Tinder especially, could really make a great piece for a paper in high school or college. Like writing about, I don't know, something like the value of Tinder or something, because it has its pros and cons.
Mhm.
And I think with Tinder, some people do actually meet people they like and end up dating, which is a very valuable experience. And in
Yeah,
some cases, end up getting married.
it's
And then
true.
some people get on it and have a bad experience or whatever. It's just an interesting topic.
And I think there's also like, because it's so easy for you to like be extra confident when you're like on a screen rather than in person. You know,
Right.
that's why there's so many of these like quote unquote horror stories when people actually go out on dates with people that they match with, because it's like, this isn't the person I thought you were, you know, and that's why it ends up not moving on to another date, you know.
I just imagine you like show up and they just start talking about some fetish they
Yeah.
have.
Or they don't even talk, they just sit there in silence.
Stare into your soul.
Or like real cringy. It's just like, what? You're not the person that was talking a big game over the phone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Benefits of Tinder
Yeah.
is it's instant. You get to see whoever you want without actually kind of having to interact with them.
Yeah.
Versus benefits of talking to someone you like in real life is you see who they actually are and you're actually there in person. You know, have to deal with them in person.
Yeah.
So we were talking about profiles earlier.
Hmm.
What's the type of profile? Because there might be dudes listening to this that have a Tinder and
Yeah.
are looking for someone.
They're actually looking for a legit person to date.
Yeah. And so what do girls actually want to see in a guy's profile on Tinder?
That's a good one. Um, I think, you know, of course, I can't speak for all girls, you know, because some girls do want to see a guy's body and if he takes care of his body.
Yeah.
But I would argue that girls don't want to see a dude that's just flaunting his body for everyone on the app to see, you know? Like they want to go out on a date with a dude that's not looking for a confidence boost. He's looking for a relationship, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, a girl like me would want to see a guy that's like trying to give you a glimpse into who he is as a person, not just what he looks like, you know? It's almost like
Yeah.
an interview. It's kind of like an interview. Like your pictures are your resume for me to swipe right. So like I want, if you, let's say you like to go hiking. I want to see a picture of you hiking. You know, you
Yeah.
having fun hiking. And you
Yeah.
can look hot when you're having fun hiking. It doesn't mean you need your shirt off, you know?
What if it's hot outside?
That'd be a different story. So like that, and like I think something that would be really attractive would be like, instead of putting in your bio something cringy like a quote or like just enjoying life, blah, 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 you know, I want to know, like, do you have a job? You know, where do you want a relationship right now, or are you just on here for whatever? You know,
Right. You have to be
I want
upfront.
to, yeah, I want you to be as transparent as possible about what you're looking for. You
Yeah.
know,
I think if you're just on Tinder to hook up, you should just put it
yeah,
out on
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the best thing you can
And
do,
what
because
sort of thing you're looking for,
yes, yes.
like a
And
one
then
night
like,
or
and that doesn't mean, because there are some cringy bios that I've seen on dudes like profiles where it'll say like, I just want a girl that I can take care of. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I'll figure that out for
I want
myself.
one from the movies.
Yeah, I'll figure that out on date night. I want to know, what do you want? Like, do you want a
The girl
relationship?
my mommy approves of.
Oh my god. But no, what else? I know there was another type of picture. Like, it's okay to have pictures of you with your pets, but you want to see something that looks more natural. Like you having fun with your pet. Like, let's say, like, you throwing the ball with your dog, or you playing with your cat.
You want to see they value the dog for the dog,
Yeah.
not based
Yes.
off what value the dog offers them.
I want to see a picture of you actually interacting with your pet, not a picture of you looking into the camera trying to look good.
Get a picture with your dog.
Yeah, like, let's say
Hey,
you're
if it might
holding
be
it.
funny, you could post like a picture of your dog, but you could say for the caption, you could be like, "Pick up my dog" and type it DM.
Oh my god.
That'd be funny.
No.
Yes, it would. It's funny. Pick up my dog.
Like, let's say you have a cat and you're holding your cat, and instead of like trying to look hot by like looking into the camera, I want to see you
The cat just goes off into space.
Yeah, like you smiling and like looking down at the cat or something, because I want to see that you actually care about your pet.
Yeah.
So like something like that would definitely like stick out to me. Like, you gotta understand, like, seeing that kind of profile, like, will make you totally stand out from the majority of all the shirtless pictures. Shirtless mirror pictures.
I think people just need to be themselves. It's like,
Yes.
people are trying to gamify it of what can I do to get the swipes.
Yes, and it's always
But
thirst traps.
there's no one size fits all, because we're all different. We're all gonna
Mm-hmm.
like different people and be liked by different people.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants something different. Everybody wants
Mm-hmm.
something different. You might be similar to some other person, but you're never going to be the same as someone
Yeah.
else. So it's
And
like,
I think that's why, like, the bio's there, and it's
right.
important to be transparent about what you want. Why are you on the app?
My wife left me.
Oh no. It's a little too transparent.
Some pictures, dude, just staring into the mirror like midlife crisis person. He's like, my wife left me.
No, it's a little too dark.
Yeah. I feel like
I
there's some
think.
creepy profiles on Tinder too.
Oh yes, definitely. I think
Yeah.
that.
If anyone looks creepy, don't swipe on them.
And
If
like,
anything about them makes you uncomfortable, don't swipe on them.
don't swipe on them.
Because it ain't going to end well, son.
No, because it's like, if they're giving off creepy vibes over the
Over the
phone,
internet.
yeah, then imagine how creepy it's gonna be in person.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Let me show you this dead carcass.
Oh my god! And that's what sucks, is that there really are like dangerous people using Tinder.
Have you heard of a seance?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
No.
Seance.
I mean, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I just have always said seance, which is
Seance.
probably not
Seance.
the correct way to say it, but
Seance.
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 But yeah, I would say overall, you wouldn't want to go on Tinder to meet someone seriously.
Yeah.
I think you're better off like just going out there and meeting people.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and if you really did want to like meet someone online, like if that is your comfort zone, you're better off like shoveling out that extra money to get on a legit site, because
Right.
those sites actually require you to like confirm your identity.
Right. Well, it's about time to wrap it up. Any final comments?
I guess final comments would be we're not like hating on like online dating, not at all. Because I mean, if anything, we got a taste of what it's like to be like long distance, still trying to keep up a relationship.
Yeah.
We had to move states and all that. But yeah, I'm not hating on
That's a story
online
for another
dating.
day.
Yeah, definitely success stories out there. This was solely in regard to Tinder and just, our opinions on how Tinder just kind of has this community where it's like hookup oriented, a lot of horror stories. So
My final thoughts are, number one, just be yourself.
yes.
Sounds cheesy, but it's
But
true.
that's the best way to meet someone.
Be yourself.
Because, yeah.
Number two, avoid anyone that makes you uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
If you don't meet someone, that's dangerous. So get some proof and
I
meet
would
them
say
in
it's
public.
one of the few times not to give someone the benefit of the doubt.
And hey, also, don't give up on someone just because
Oh
something
no.
doesn't go well first.
Mm.
Don't give up on someone you like just because it doesn't. It starts slow or y'all. It takes
Isn't what
time.
you expected.
Yeah, don't give up.
Which is different from you being uncomfortable.
Right.
If you're uncomfortable, definitely get out of that.
Well, it's been great.
Mm-hmm.
So, bye everyone who listened to this, and take care.
Mm-hmm.